there's a place, a school, an institution where a professor resides. Listen to words of Professor Buitron. Come train at the best-kept secret of Laredo, Buitron Academy, 956-401-4868.
Back at you with this Monday's Street Reality Review. And they sent me a couple of good ones, and I have two here in particular that I started looking in and I started studying a little bit. Listen, folks, I don't condone fighting. I don't want anybody to get into an altercation. I do not want anybody to get in a fight. I do not want anybody to experience that. Okay? It's horrible. But reality is reality. Altercations occur, fights occur, and I believe everybody has the right to defend themselves as well. And that's why I teach what I teach, and I've been teaching for a very long time, over 3 decades. Now, with that said, I'm going to look at the first one, because the first one is troublesome. Folks, many men out there are cowards, okay? They will strike a woman. They will hit her, they will hit them, hurt them, and then play the victim. And that's what happened here in the supermarket. It's the supermarket. There's this elderly guy going up against this elderly woman. I'm going to erase her off of this. I'm just looking at the hate by itself. And what happens is that he's insulting her, and she put up her dukes, man. She raised her hands, and she had him up here, and she basically told him, better get away. Other people told him, get away. The guy kept coming. He even told her he was going to hit her. Guess what happens? She just nailed him. The guy went down for the count. Good for her. Okay, she stood her ground, and she defended herself. Now, when stuff like that occurs, the inevitable of a fight is going to happen. Okay? And she did it. She did well. But ladies, you all have to train. You can tell that she either had older brothers, she herself trained, had a husband that taught her, what have you. She learned, and she picked up her dukes, and she took that guy down. Because there's guys that are out there going to hurt you. They're going to go after you. And there's many different schools around. If you want to do Savate, you want to come over here with me and train, feel free. The doors are open for everybody. But what I tell everybody is this: you have to learn how to defend yourself. The next fight is two guys going at it. You can tell that it's a mutual combat agreement. People say, what's mutual combat? Well, two guys said, let's have it, and they're going to go after it. They're going to get into a fight, fisticuffs, and see who wins. A lot of, in Texas, mutual combat is legal, but then you have a lot of prosecutors are going to say it's not, it's disturbing the peace, and what have you, and so on and so forth. And they say it's only for when you're going to train in boxing that mutual combat is accepted. Mutual combat exists, it's in the books. So take it whichever way. I'm not going to go into the different details, but this video shows exactly that. Two guys gearing up, one guy moving back in a stance. What you notice is the guy is evading the slips, and his hands are down. His hands are back up, okay? The other guy, you can tell he's been in a couple of fights before, or thinks he's been in a couple of fights before, or thinks he knows boxing, but guess what? He's going at him with his hands down. His mistake is not covering his face. The other guy's head down, moving, distancing away. You can tell he had trained in some Korean style because of what he did next. And guess what? He did that back fist, boom, right across the face. The other guy goes down for a count. The other guy was dreaming. Folks, there's a lot of good in every martial art. You have to be trained for that. There's also a lot of bad martial arts instructors, like everything else, bad schools and bad intents. But if you train in your basics, you're going to be a hard man to beat. Basics over and over and over. That's why some styles, all they concentrate is just basics, just like boxing. Even though you have the different Philly shell and American guard, the Mexican guard, and peekaboo, the Russian stance and Russian pivot. You have all these little different styles that have emerged, of course. But when you study those pedagogies, you have to study them in depth. There's many schools of fighting. You know, don't confuse a style with a system. A system, Shotokan Karate. You have to do it that way for it to work. A, B, C. D follows, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And a style is not. A style is, here's the basics. Here's what it is. Now you use it in your own personality on how it's going to be used. Hopefully that gets to you guys. What do you take from these videos? One, women, you ladies out there, there's men out there that are cowards and will hit you. Learn how to defend yourself. Okay? And the second one, keep your hands up. If he would have had his hands up, he might have taken the fight a little longer. Don't fight with your hands down. Don't, your chin's up there. On both of those guys. The other guy just got lucky with that back fist. On that, keep on training. Train, find a school. If you want to come with us, find the doors are open, like I keep on saying to everybody. But if you go somewhere else, train your basics solidly. One more time. Thank you all for watching. The channel is growing. We have a bunch of stuff coming up. We had a couple of events. We just had, yesterday we had the first USA American, under USA Savate, the first American Lacan Championships. Tongue twister. Okay, we had several bouts, very good competition. It's been since 1996 since USA Savate started. This is the first time we've had Lacan. But I'll explain to you guys later on. If you like it, share it. What 2 things should we take away from this video once more? 1, ladies, learn how to protect yourself. Learn how to fight. Guys, if you're out there training, keep your hands up. And that other guy gave that back fist. Lucky shot. Not that he was better, it was just a lucky shot. The other guy, both were enthusiastic, both were inside the fight, both had agreed, both were little scrappers. It was that back fist hit. Why? Because the hands were down. This is not a guard. You see my hands? I have my hands just like that guy had. Now, here's where your guards are. And move. Till next time, much peace.